It's been 1 week since anyone's seen or heard from Father Rene Robert. Search efforts continue today on Jacksonville's west side. Authorities aren't optimistic about the outcome of the search, but are still hoping for the safe return of the priest who's done so much for his community. Police are asking those who live in the area of I-10 and Beaver Street between Baldwin and I-295 to check their property thoroughly. JSO asks you to call them if you find anything even remotely suspicious. The suspect in the disappearance of Father Rene faced a judge in St. Johns County yesterday. Stephen Murray is being held on a $100,000 bond for fleeing and eluding police. Channel 4's Heather Lee went to the west side search area where police are still looking for Father Rene. She's live with the very latest. Heather?
Ethan, about an hour ago, this entire section that you see behind me was marked off with crime scene tape, and officers were out here. You can see there's some bodies of water out here. Although we did not see anyone specifically searching these bodies of water, we do know that the JSO dive team was out here. This was almost as if this was their headquarters, their command center for the dive team. This is video we took before officers left. Again, you can see the dive team truck was out here. And again, we did not physically see anyone searching this area, but we do know that this entire area was taped off. Neighbors near Baldwin Junior Senior School say officers set up their command center there yesterday morning. Neighbors have also noticed search teams off Beaver Street closer to I-295 as well as Yellow Water Road. One neighbor is still holding out hope the priest will be found alive.
It's heartbreaking that there's so much evil in the world, obviously, and you hope for the best and you hope people don't make the silly decisions in life that is going to ruin their life over somebody getting hurt or being afraid to call the cops. It's terrible.
Now, officers haven't confirmed exactly why they came out to this area. We do know that neighbors have said that they've heard it was because Father Robert's cell phone was pinging in this area. But again, none of that has been confirmed. We're still trying to figure out why they are focusing on the Baldwin area. We also don't know when the search will wrap up tonight. Of course, we're going to monitor the situation and monitor whether or not they'll be out here again tomorrow. For now, we're live in the Baldwin area. Heather Lee, Channel 4, the local station.
The search for Father Rene will be an intense one in an area near Baldwin, but one complication could come from volunteers who want to help. Channel 4 Scott Johnson spoke with our crime and safety analyst about how this might trip up the investigation if done improperly.
So I want to show you the swath of land that police are searching. These two roads right here, Beaver Street, West Beaver, and I-10. The section out toward Baldwin, it's narrow, it's wooded, there's a lot of ponds. So that's why they're asking local landowners and people who work in the area to search around their properties. But as far as going beyond that and starting your own search grid, maybe not as wise. The search for Father Rene Robert covers a narrow swath of land around Baldwin, stretching out toward the edge of Jacksonville. It's very wooded and rural, so police are asking residents to check around their property. But News4JAX crime analyst Gil Smith says it may impede police in a search if people go beyond their property lines and start searching on their own without training.
Well, this is a long area. That is a long area to search, so that's why they're asking people to search their own properties. That could cut their search down. Now, they're not calling in for manpower or for citizens to come in and assist them in a search. We don't know if they set up some type of grid where they marked out certain areas and they're checking it off their list as they search.
We know from experience in high-profile missing persons cases that police use search grids and sometimes unsuccessfully, like in the case of Lonzie Barton after the toddler first disappeared last summer. But Gil points out while the search area for Father Rene is large, it's not nearly as much landmass as crews had to cover in the Lonzie search. Those search grids covered areas from the Avenues Mall to Ocean Way.
Now, if he were left somewhere, maybe tied up in a house or tied up in a shed somewhere, after a couple of days, of course, someone could survive that even without food or water. Now we're looking at a week, and if no one is there to assist him or to feed him or give him what he needs, the chances become very slim each day that he could survive. So they're just doing whatever type of search that they can based on the information.
So police are also asking people who live or work in the area who may have surveillance cameras to go back and review it, see if there's anything out of the ordinary that maybe police could use. You can get all the details of what to look for from News4JAX.com, looking back at the history of the story. You can call police if you see anything suspicious on any surveillance video. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.